Okay,
Okay,
we're gonna start our segment of Q&A here, and I love it. Feel free to unmute, or actually you can raise your hand so I can call you up. And feel free to share your testimonials or ask your questions, and let's, let's get started. Go ahead.
okay. My question is, according to the CS program with the Healy
Yep.
and the pain management definitely is one of them, but unfortunately, because I'm using my in the United States, they have nothing shows on 0.5 hertz, and I just saw the Joyce. She using like migraine, they didn't show 0.5 hertz as well. But when you doing with learning program, acute learning, they're showing 0.5 hertz. I just don't know why. What's the difference?
Oh, I can answer that question.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because that is my Healy and it's resonating for me.
Mhm.
Within your Healy, there is a quantum sensor. That sensor is actually sensing me and what I need. And so it's giving me the frequency that I need. So you will have a different frequency.
Yep. Yep. This is the distinct difference because there are a gazillion devices out there. And the Healy is very unique. It's made in Germany. It has 15 years of expertise of thousands of practitioners. And it has IMF, individualized microcurrent frequencies. So I can be using a detox program. You can be using the detox program, but we get different frequency because it's actually tailor-made. It detects the frequencies of our body, analyze it, and give us what we need. So it's very, very unique. And you can imagine people with different health issues, different body, type, whatever, they need different things. Like for me, I'm constantly freezing. Some people are sweating hot, right? I'm constantly like frozen. My hands are cold. So just different things, so you get different program, and it gets very, very interesting. Like one of my favorite program, which is the Power of Three, right? There's different program, and there's also a set of Ayurveda program that they take care of different body type, kapha, vata, whatever. And again, when you're using these programs, you understand why it's important that you only get what you need. This is very unique about the healing. Did we answer your question?
Uh, yes and no.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
know. I know. It's in the beginning.
My
It takes
question
time
is,
to learn, but
yeah,
that's how it works.
yeah. My question is, when you showing people with the pain, with stimulation, the session, there nothing shows with hertz. That's my problem. That's my question. They didn't show any hertz in there. Usually, if we're using Eclipse, they're supposed with 0.5 hertz, but it doesn't show. So
Yeah,
nothing.
No, the one it didn't show. What are you talking about? The fine flow program we just showed that shows
No,
zero?
I'm talking about the pain management, the pain program.
I don't know. You can share
it's because
screen if you want.
I
Yeah.
didn't turn it on.
You can turn
So
on. Yeah. Joyce, if you don't mind, can you turn on? And then
sure.
the pain management, then you know exactly what my question is.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
While we do that, anybody have next questions while Joyce getting that set up and
Thank you.
shows? No problem.
Because I
Lauren, do
really
you
have.
have any questions?
Yeah, I have a couple, if I may.
Yes.
I just want to clarify what Joyce was and you were saying. So I'm looking at the gold cycle ones, and all of the gold cycle have got those three little squiggly bits on the top. So that means if you see that sign, it means if you had a coil, which I hope to have one day, you can use the coil if you see the squiggly bits. Is that
Right.
correct?
That's correct.
Oh, let me back up a bit. You can use the coil, but right now, even without the coil, you can use it without the wire.
Yeah, Andre, I want to clarify about the coil, okay? You can use the coil for everything with the free little circle, basically pretty much all the program except for those paying specific program. However, the coil doesn't replace the wire. It's two different things. So it doesn't mean that you have the coil, you don't have to use the wire. No, it doesn't mean that. Because microcurrent application is very effective in stimulating the ATP production up to 500%, right? And so there's around our cell membrane, right, which has the voltage, right? So to do that, to get the benefit at a cellular level, you actually need to use microcurrent. So you actually have to hook it up with the wire using the ear clip or the sticky pad or the wristband to get that level of benefit, which is microcurrent. The coil is another application. It's like a Tesla. It's wireless, so there's no current flowing through our body. It's wireless. It's a wireless technology that has different benefits.
I know,
but doesn't replace that.
But I wanted to tell Lorraine, even without the coil, you can still use your
yeah, she's
Healy
been
now.
using it. She's been using
Yeah, without the wires. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Without the wires. So what?
Yeah.
I would just press start. I've got nothing hooked up anywhere on my body.
You get the frequencies. You only get the frequencies, but you don't get the microcurrent.
Yeah, you get the frequency that is actually optimizing your information field. You got to go into a little bit depth, but you need to pump up the amplitude, we call that, to 100%.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've got all of the coil and and all the wires, I might as well use them and get the full benefit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. But there's sometimes there are situations you may be in that the wire may become quite cumbersome.
Yes, and you know what? I find that I try to do it, May. I remember when you was talking and you went, and I hook myself up and I go shopping. I swear to God, every time I move, when I'm wearing these bloody things, I catch on everything. I'm like, just sit still, Lorraine. Just sit.
Okay.
No. And I have another hack with that. You can hide the wire underneath your clothes. I put the wire around my sleeves so nothing get caught.
Got you.
Yeah. So you will just have the Healy sticking out of here. Then you can just I drive, I go everywhere, go shopping while I'm getting my microcurrent. In fact, that's the only time I actually have time to do that.
Yes, I know. I remembered you doing your food shopping every time.
Yeah. So hide inside your clothes, underneath your clothes. Then it's very convenient.
So with the ear clips, which I bought because obviously I got mine from America with your friend. You could use, because the one that I've got from America, our thing doesn't tell us whether to use ear clips or the wristband. It just does the round circles on the part of the body.
Yes.
So in my mind, that means use whatever you want that feels comfortable.
You use whatever you want. That's what I'm saying. Just that's why I explained that.
Yeah. Do what you want. But to use the ear clips, you would definitely use the ear clips on all of the sleep ones, the depression, the anxiety. Would you do it on the pain ones?
So I will share the recording, which we went through all the program that we recommend with the ear clips. So I would just go and watch that and then you can make note on that, right?
Yeah, no, that would be brilliant. I mean, I run one of the sleep programs every night when I go to bed because my sleep is awful. And
try the insomnia program under the pain page, which is number 6, right?
Yeah. So
and then don't overdo it, please. Maximum 3 program a day. Try to stick with the guideline, but if you can take more, it's up to you. But
I do space them out.
And if you do use the ear clip, just make it low, okay? Like 5 to 10%. Not overdo. Otherwise you get drowsy.
So with the electrodes and with the wristbands, you would play it at about 30 to 40%.
No, I would not say. I would just you really try to go low. If you need to increase, that's fine. A lot of people love feeling, like it's stopping thing, but just for safety. And also the factory setting, we all know that is actually low current, and you have to use the Healy Advisors app to turn it up, right? I had training on that. So okay, great. Joyce, do you want to share your screen so that to take care of the last questions? Go ahead, Lorraine. Sorry.
No, that's fine, because I was saying I have gone into the Healy Advisor, and
Yeah,
it
that's
was in my
great.
session programs. Said if you're someone that can take it higher, then
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
So that is
Because some
brilliant.
people
So
do
when
like that.
would you use? Because Joyce, I know you said ramp it up to 100%. So that is when you're using the coil, you would use, because you can go up to 100%. I'm like, why is it there if you would never use it?
No, so basically what Joyce is saying is when you don't use the wire, if you just want to vibrate the frequency, she's saying put it 100% so that you have more frequency vibrating in the field. Or when you use the coil, actually the recommendation is 100% using the coil, so you have there's more because it's wireless, but some people actually feeling it's too strong, you can actually go as low as I think 30 or 50%. When I use the coil, it takes a lot of it drains a lot of battery. I actually put it 30 to 50%. I don't do 100%. I actually personally don't do 100% because I want to conserve the battery. I think that as long as I know the frequency is vibrating on my field, I think that's sufficient. I don't need 100%. So there's different personal preference, and there's a lot of different practices. You just kind of do it your way. There's no wrong way at all.
No, I get that, but you had just said if you're using the coil, hook up as well. So if you're hooked up, you can't go up to 100%.
Oh no, you can't. Yeah.
No. So if you're using the coil and hooking up, keep it at your 30. If you're just using the coil or nothing at all, you can ramp it up to 80, 90, 100.
No, when you use the coil, you can't use the wristband because,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't use the coil and the wristband together. Either one.
Oh,
Let me show you the coil. Let me show you the coil. This is how the coil looks like.
Yeah.
And where you have the two sockets for the wires,
yeah,
it goes in. So you can't use the wire if you use the coil.
So you would, how do you hook up and use the coil then?
I don't hook up. I just hang it
It's
around.
wireless. It's wireless.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
So
It's wireless. You just turn on the Healy. There's no wire.
Okay, brilliant. So just the coil, no wristbands, no electrodes, no ear.
Nothing. None of that. It's wireless.
And then you can go up. Lovely. That's brilliant. I'm sorry. That was so many questions. I apologize.
No problem. Just, we're all learning together. Baby step, okay? I always have to remember everybody baby step, okay?
Yeah.
Because there's just so much. I'm telling you, the Healy is amazing. You're only scratching 5%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the last person who asked the question. Which program?
Which program do you want me to fire up?
Yeah, the migraine.
Migraine.
The migraine,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah, that's my question. Look, they're showing on the left side, they're showing 20 minutes, but usually on the right side, they're showing how much hertz. But if they're going to with CS, they're supposed to have 0.5 hertz. They're nothing source.
No, it will come. It will come. It will show after a while. It's sensing. Yeah, I'm not wearing the wire.
The quantum sensor is working to
The reason I'm asking, because on my side with the United States one, there doesn't show at all. When I finish, even though I finish the whole thing, it doesn't show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm asking you, because you said this is a Europe one. Maybe they're different, but with us, it's nothing shows the whole thing. That's make me feel like
so maybe this one doesn't show anything then.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really pay attention to it.
So maybe this program doesn't show. I don't know.
Yeah,
actually,
maybe it doesn't show.
Not only this one, the anxiety and also the anxiety and another one doesn't show either.
Oh, I know why. I know why. Do you know why?
No.
Because Healy has to be very. Okay, I'm recording this, so I have to be careful. Okay.
Sorry.
Because this device in Europe is approved for medical users. in the US, this is not a medical, it's an FDA cleared device, not medical. And then in Taiwan, different countries. So for proprietary purposes, for regulatory reason, compliance, that's why you see this program called Anxiety in the US, we only see 7. They can't even put the name. So
Yeah,
it's
I understand.
running, they're not showing it for a reason. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So
Because
basically,
Joyce,
it's running. If you trust it, it's running. That they are not showing it for a reason. That's what I'm saying. It's not showing you, but it's running.
okay.
Does it make sense? That's it. That's all I can say. It makes sense
Okay,
because
all right.
for me,
Thank
I
you
don't
so
even see
much.
the name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Thank
why.
you, Joyce.
It's only
Thank you,
it's
May.
only on this page, right? What other page? If you tell me another page that says like that, if that is not specific, but because this is a very sensitive page. This is a
Yeah, I know.
medical device. So if it is only in this page, that's the reason. It's not
That
broken.
makes sense. That makes
Okay,
sense.
good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Now I know. Yeah.
Because they can get in, yeah. So for
Any other
compliance, we have to comply.
I have a question.
That's a good, okay, great. Hi, Giselle.
I would like a deeper understanding about how to like help a friend at a distance. She's in a different home or whatever. How do you use the Healy that way?
Okay, so you want to see use how to use the Blue app. Have you set up your Blue app?
I have, yes.
Okay, so how you help your friends in a distance is you can set up your friend's profile on the Blue app, and you can do a scan and you can send them frequencies. Have you done all
Okay.
that?
No, not yet, but I'll do it. Can I also use the programs on the pink dot one at a distance?
Yes and no. Let me explain that. So, well, first of all, to help people in a distance, the Blue app is very effective. So just try to just give out 5 free scans to all your friends, right? You set a profile, you do an all program scan, the aura scan, everything. You can send frequencies. So all that they work. Okay, actually, Joyce can actually share a few testimonials about her friends using the Blue app. Now the pink app, you can actually use it. How people use it for sending in the system is you print out a picture of your friend with the profile information, just like the one you put into Blue app, their birth date, their name, their current location, their birthplace, all that information. And with their intention, you can put the Healy on the printout picture, and you can send the frequency to the person.
Oh, can I
On the
just
pink
add
app.
on? Can I just add on to that to make it more effective?
Yes.
This is something that I learned from Time Waver. Okay, this is what they do. What May said just now was correct. You print the photograph, you write the name and date of birth and all that onto the picture, but you take an aluminum foil.
Yes, I remember that.
You know, the baking aluminum foil,
Mhm.
and you stick the picture on it, and then you wet the ear clip. What I do with the ear clip is I just dip it into cold water, and then clip 2 ends of the picture and let the current run through. That's how you do it. But to be able to get to that stage, Giselle, you got to be pretty good in healing people. Okay, it's not just taking the aluminum foil and do it, because you got to send that message. Your affirmation must be very strong that you're sending. Then this person is healing. I hardly ever do that, to be honest with you, even though I know how to do it. It's because I don't know whether that's the right program for that person. I prefer to use the blue dot because I scan the profile and I know the results, right? And I rather use the quantum vibration, because in the Healy, there is what you call the emitter. There are 2 things in the Healy that's really top secret, how they build it. One is the quantum sensor, the other is the emitter, right? And this is the tools that sends the frequency out to the quantum space that will reach your friend and heal her. To me, I think that's a lot more effective than using the pink dot. I often tell people, if you really want to use the pink dot, you really got to get a Healy. Because the pink dot, number one, the program runs for a long, long time. Could be an hour, right? And you really got to be a pretty good healer to do that.
I love what you're saying. I want to add to what you're saying. Joyce is such a gift to our community. She is a very devoted user of the healing. She has a lot of great experience. And I love how you said it is, I just want to get back to you, Giselle, is that we all want to help people, right? But because you're brand new, and I know that you're not trained and you don't know what you're doing yet. Okay, I'm sorry, okay? Because you're still learning, okay? You will get as good as Joyce. I'm still learning from Joyce. So in the meantime, her recommendation is use the blue dot, because the blue dot actually, when you do the scan, it actually sends out real-time frequency. It actually, when you enter the profile with the program, actually sends exactly what your friend needs, and actually does all that work. And so your friend, you just have to set the intention, and it will do that. Versus a pink app, it actually, you have to be that, and at this point, you're not trained. You're not trained, so you actually maybe send you. It's very limited. So that's why she's recommending use a blue app. It's a lot easier, it's a lot faster when you do that with the blue app. For some of the program, 37 seconds, some of the program only 3 minutes. It's fast and it's effective, and it real-time analyzes. It actually tap into a collection of up to 10 million frequencies to send them exactly what they need. So it's a lot more effective, a lot more easier, and you kind of leave yourself out of the equations, and your friend will get the most benefit. Does it make sense, Giselle?
It does. I don't have a coil. I can just run it without it.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Okay.
just recommending a way, and I say for your friend, use the blue app. When you use the blue app, you don't need a foil.
All right.
Yeah, it's
And
wireless. The blue app is completely wireless. It's easy to use. You set a profile of your friend and you send the frequencies.
okay.
So I will
And
recommend that.
great. How do I choose the amount of time?
There's a video. Have you watched the videos in the academy?
Not all of them.
Yeah, so please, also actually, if you go into the academy and go on the apps, and there's the one set of videos for the pink app or the Healy app, the second set of video under Heal Analyze app, which is the blue app, and there's this one specific video that explains the time. It's like 2 minutes, like 5 minutes. Those video very quick, and it explain when you use 37 seconds, when you use 2 minutes 49 seconds. Please watch that video.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the easiest way. Once you, and then after you're using that, that's the basic how you use it. You get good at it. You can use the Healy any way you want. In fact, the blue app is so great. You can customize. You can send frequency all day long, 10 hours if you want, or you can do it for half an hour, 1 hour. There's no set rule, because there's different healers, different preferences, but the recommendations, it's in the video and explains how, in which program to use what.
Okay.
One thing, Giselle, just a little tip here. If your friend is seriously ill, right? Seriously ill, it's not like you're helping him because, yesterday she has a flu, but it could be someone who has, I don't know, a chronic case. I would recommend that you run the program for her, whatever you have scanned, because when you scan the All Healy, that's your first level, right? I presume you know how to use All Healy, and then you will do a sub scan, to determine the next highest, whatever is critical to your friend. That one, if you can run it at night when you sleep, leave the Healy in another room. Typically, my experience has been running it for 4 hours. And next day, my friend actually tells me they feel a lot better.
Yeah, so that Joy's experience, right? You can do that. And for me, for the sleeping program, I ran 4 hours last night because I like it. Some days I run for 1 hour, 2 hours. I kind of just tap into my own intuition and my preference. So there's really no set guidelines. That's a quick answer. But if you watch that video, explain when you use 2 minutes 49 seconds, because there is based on the research, there is no added benefit to run it longer, but there's a lot of people still like to use it longer.
May, how did you run the sleep program for 4 hours last night when it's only a like 50-minute
I run
program?
the blue app, not the pink app.
Okay, so the blue app, right?
Yeah,
got
I
you.
love because when I run the blue app, I really, and I can run it longer, and
Yeah.
I don't like to wear the wire, and the
No.
blue app will do it real time senses me and give me the whatever it need out of all those programs. So I don't have to pick which, because I don't know which sleep app I need, right? So I just love the blue app. I just run the whole sleep program scan. I'm kind of lazy. You would know that there are users such as me. I'm pretty simple. I like to keep it simple. I just use it, and I feel the benefit.
I get that.
There people are very specific what they want to do, and that's fine. There are practitioners that like amazing. When I listen to their webinar, I would never do it that way because I don't have the time to do it like that. And it's okay. You will get the benefit. And to get back to you, Giselle, we want to help people the best way that you can help your friends. And I said, let's not kid ourselves. We can do a lot of stuff. But the best way that you can help our friends is to honestly recommend that they get a Healy. Really.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have time to run the Healy for myself every day sometimes. I then have to run it for my kids. I have my younger daughter, she's 11. She came to me. I was running the program on her. She felt better for 2-3 hours. And then I need to run it for my husband and then my other girl. I just don't even have enough time to take care of my own family. When I do it for my friend, when I do it once, I actually don't have time to do that. And people actually, practitioners use it and they offer it as a service. They charge a fee to run the Healy for once a day for a week or something like that. But yeah, best thing is to get a Healy. But you can give that a trial. Of course, you can do a scan, you can do one, but for really long-term healing, really have the confidence. Use your Healy because when you use your Healy, then you feel the benefit, you know how to use it, then you have the confidence to really recommend and say, get it.
Honestly
just get it. That's right. Remember how I explained this to you, Lauren? Get the Healy, right?
It is, and I've been playing around because I'm still in my last week of doing the gold circle, but I've played around with two things. One of them that I love is under the mental balance. There's one that says contentment, and when I checked in with myself, because I'm a counsellor, and I'm like, I'm happy, but for some reason I just feel discontented, and so I started doing it for an hour a day. By day 3, I'm like, I feel content. And it was amazing. So I can't recommend anybody that doesn't feel depressed, but is feeling a bit, do you know what? I'm just not content. The contented one works amazingly. And then I've started trying the food intolerance, because what I have found as I've got older, certain foods in the middle of the night, my stomach. So I've started over the last 3 days doing the food intolerance. I'm sleeping so much better because I'm not being woken up by my stomach. So again, I'm like, oh my God, you've limited me to 3 a day, mate. I swear to God, I've got a list of ones that I want to run. And you had said, Zach said the same thing about the menstrual cycle, 20 minutes, and it only runs at 100 HZ. So that is for pain management, is it?
That's said the pain, yeah. The menstruation is the pain app, yeah.
I'll give you another tips. All those mental balance program that you're using is actually healing our information field, right? You can go completely wireless.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can reserve your 3 quota for the wire for something else.
Discontent one. So that's not counted in my maximum of 3.
If you're not hooked up with the wire, it doesn't count. So yeah, that's a good tip. Actually, Joyce is the gem because she just like you. She's been using the Healy for how long now? 2 years or something?
Yeah, 2 years.
And she actually paid a lot of money to the time waiver and take these time waiver training and actually learn a lot. That's why she's very knowledgeable how to use it. And you also mentioned about the bioenergetic harmony 1 and 2. You can use those wireless. Can you share a little bit with us?
Okay, just because the word is bioenergetic, it means it's not going into your cells, it's going into your biofield. And that's why when you look at bioharmony 1 and bioharmony 2, and you look at the meridian 1 and meridian 2, they have same organs, right? There's a lungs, you know. So the 2 bioharmony 1 and 2, you can use without the wire, basically.
I thought you said to use those with the ears because that's for the vagus nerve.
Only a few of them are for the vagus nerve. For example,
Okay,
your
you're
eye.
going to send me when to use the ear clip thing, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. And I can tell you, those of us who wear glasses, the Bioharmony Eyes, that is a great program.
Is it? Because that's
You
on
just
my list.
run it. You
That
just
is
run
on
it
my
for
list.
10 minutes. You feel, oh, my eyes are so comfortable.
Yeah.
So what Joyce is saying, let me break it down, is that for the bioharmony 1 and 2, you can use it no wire, just wireless, right? And then that does not count as one of your free quota that you use the microcurrent program, okay? So you don't need to use microcurrent with those pages, okay? But however, under those 2 pages, the menstruation, the sciatic nerve, those are local pain program with the ear clip. Those specific program you need, you want to get the nerve.
The ear clip. So the ones you don't need to do any wires for are the
bioenergetic harmony 1 and 2 and the mental balance.
And all those with the little bubbles, you don't need wires. It's up to you, right? But I always tell people wires are best because wires, you're charging your cells.
Yeah,
totally.
exactly.
And I feel it like my wrist.
Yes. So the recommendation, according to Dr. Steve, is that you use at least 1 microcurrent program a day. That's his recommendation, right? So you get some kind of microcurrent. You can just use 1 and the rest you can do wireless if you want. Because some of us don't want to overstimulate our body too much, right? You need it, but not too much, right? Once your battery is charged, your cell is charged up, you're good. While you run their program, you're getting the benefit of the frequencies.
Plus, you don't want to be doing it too late at night. Because
exactly. You don't want to be too late. Otherwise, you'll be like all active, right?
Except,
and also, less is more, right? We all want to run auto program, but depending, you could be overstimulated, right? Too much, right? Maybe less is more. Today, you want to work on one thing. Let's just work on those few things, gut health or whatever. Then do some other thing tomorrow. Because there are just so many programs. Only use 10 to 10 to 15% of the program. Like the ICE program, I hardly use. There's so many nice programs.
I'll give you another tips, right? The Healy concept is very much based on Chinese traditional medicine. And the Chinese doctor says that the 3 key organs is your lungs, your kidney, and your liver. So in your schedule of your treatment, at least in a month, you do once kidney, liver, and your lungs. Because if these 3 are balanced, you're going to have great health. Now, if you speak to Marcus, he will tell you he focused on his kidney. Because the kidney to him is the king of the entire body. If the kidney is in good balance, the kidney will make sure that your whole body is in harmony.
Right. Okay.
And also, there's so many angles. As you know, there's different energy practitioners, different preferences. It gets pretty confusing. The thing is, try different thing, little baby step every single day, try it, and then you will find your own, whatever that tune into you. And don't have to do it all, because then you get confused, then your intention is not focused. It might be counterproductive, right?
Well, this is what I find confusing with the Blue program, because, and again, I've done your training, I've done the academy, and I've done Zach's on the 30-day. I did his twice because I'm like, because as you said, the first time you're learning, the second time it's going in. So what I find confusing is like, I did it and you've got the 5 top ones, right? So you do your 4 to 6 at the 37 seconds tick. And then they suggest you go to the very top one and you just scan the top one, and then you run those 5 programs within the top one. But I'm like, you could be there all day, because if you, when you very first run it, there's 5. So then if you run the first one, then there's another 5, and then you could go into them 5. And then you could come back out and go to the original 5 and go to number 2. And that's going to give you 5. And then that's going to give you, and I'm like going, so seriously, I'm here all day.
So Joyce, Lorraine is amazing. She's in London. You'll get a chance to meet her. She is amazing. She is a Reiki practitioner. She's very enthusiastic. She does all the training, all the video I told her to watch. And she's brand new to Healy. She's only been using it for a few weeks and contacting me every single day. Yeah, but it's great. It's great. You're gonna be amazing, and you're gonna do some training going forward. Okay, but that's exactly it, right? Zach is also his own way, right? It's different from my way. It's different from all the time waver specialists. Try different way, and it does get very confusing. And I always recommend people, you don't have to do the scan every single day. I only do the scan once every week or 10 days. So you get an idea where are your imbalances. Then you do your scheduling. Each day do 1 to 3 microcurrent program. It could be kidney today, it could be lungs tomorrow, it could be heart tomorrow. And then you gently restore the balance of your body. Okay, don't try to fix everything at the same time. Some of us have mental health issues. Some of us has gut health issues. Some of us have skin issues. Some of us has hair. You know, my hair was falling like crazy. I was washing my hair, and I have hair. I've never seen so much hair on the ladder on my. I was freaking out. I was running the hair program like every day. Now it's no more. It's done. No more hair. No hair is falling off anymore. Then I'm like, okay, I'm calm now. So this uses up the according to your own. Just you have to pick. You have to select. When I broke my wrist, I fell down. I broke my wrist from downhill skiing. Went to Horseshoe Valley. I only do 3 programs for 2 months: the joint bone program, the connective tissue, and the digital nutrition mixture wounds. Right. That was it, because I want to heal my wrist. My cast was off in 10 days instead of 10 weeks.
I agree. I'm listening to my body. I have done the blue program twice. And if I'm honest, what I do is I check in and I do all my chakras, because I'm a big holistic healer. So I do crystal healing, I do tapping, I do Reiki. So I do that. And then what I do is I go into my pink app. I check in with myself mentally. How am I feeling today? And then I do the app that resonate with me personally, as opposed to what the Healy is telling me to do. That's the way I work. But then I do all of it. But then I do all of this training, and it tells you should be doing this and this, and I'm like, oh my
God. Oh no! What you're doing is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I
mean, you're doing amazing.
Yeah, you're doing amazing.
I keep telling her she's doing amazing, and don't worry about just like learn a little bit each day, and that's it. You are exactly just doing the right way. And I want to say, I just want to get back to Giselle a little bit, right? I know it's a little overwhelming. We're kind of going all over the place. Just get back to the basics. Go to the academy. Watch each of the video. They're very short, like 5 minutes here and there. And just work at your own pace. Don't listen to us, okay? Just work at your own pace, like every single day. Text me if you have any questions. And I have a specific video that I put together, how to use the Blue app, on my YouTube channel. Just go through that again. You can pause the video and just follow it step by step.
It's brilliant. The training is really good. Like the 30-day
and the 30-day group trainings are really good too.
I am finding it, and I do keep going into the back office. Now, at the beginning of your talk, May, you put something up on there, and you said you go to tools, you go to downloads. Then what was it? Was it local stimulation that we were printing off?
Okay, so you go into the downloads, you know, the tools, my tools, and then my downloads, and then click on the UK. And then if you go down the list, one is called Healy Medical Menu or something like that. That one you can download the whole PDF that explaining about the different pain program and what attachment to use. That one's really good. Okay.
No.
And there's also there's also an updated Healy app menu that is like you can actually access to that on your setting on your pink app and your blue app. You can also look at your
and
menu.
Blue.
So yeah.
No, I honestly I love it all.
Okay.
I'm sure me and Gazelle.
This is great. Actually, before I forget, Lorraine, I know you're traveling. Can you tell me when you're available to do a training for us on the chakra? Because I know I've been asked about this color thing and I don't know. And then Lorraine knows about the chakra, about the different color and optimizing all that stuff. So we're going to do a chakra training if you don't mind. Are you available next week or the week after? Let me know the date.
Yes.
Okay. And then you can have the floor and we'll record it. And then because I really love the aura module. And Joyce, you need to start using the aura module because by optimizing our energies on the 7th chakra, then again, that can really
I use it now every day.
Yeah,
fantastic.
So do
fantastic.
I. That's the bit I use in the blue more than the resonance. I do my auras. I balance my auras.
Every morning. Aura first.
I'm gonna just stop recording right now because I'm gonna record the next part.
But what you can do you, Joyce, because you talked about Chinese medicine, because I also practice energy medicine, which is based in China, which I absolutely love. But do you work with crystals and things?
I personally love crystals, and I do. Okay, for my crystals, I have a custom program from a time waver that cleanse my crystal energy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So in fact, I have an aluminum foil right here, which, well, once every 2 weeks, I'll put all my crystal bracelets. I'll put them all on the foil and I will charge them with energy.
Perfect. That's lovely.
You can also use the aura module to record the vibration into your aura module as a program, and you can just vibrate that energy anytime you know. You know how to do that, right, Joyce?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so you can do that.
Also,
isn't it fantastic?
On a full moon, put them outside and let them charge with full moon power.
Yeah, I know that, but you know, I'm always on the road or somewhere. I never catch the moon.
Yeah. Or sunshine can charge them well.
Yes.
Well, someone told me to put it into the freezer.
Your crystals?
Yes. No?
Oh, no. Do you know when you can use the freezer? Right, so
well, they say deep down in the earth is freezing, so freezer.
Yeah, but it isn't. Deep down in the earth, the core of the earth is hot. You use freezer, and Gazelle, apologies if we are going completely off to what you want to listening to, but you use the freezer when you want to freeze something out of your life, okay? Because when you freeze something, you're stopping it. You're not freezing, you're stopping it. So what you do is this is a spiritual thing. So if there is somebody in your life that is causing you anguish or pain, what you do with a blue pen, it has to be blue, you write their name down on a bit of paper, you fold it up and you put it in the freezer and you leave it there for a month. Right? And then what you do is after a month, you take it out, you burn it, and you bury the ashes, and that's it. They should be frozen out of your energetic field so they cannot get to you.
Oh, really?
That's what you use.
I'm recording this, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you? Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is great. This is great. We can share with our community, yes.
Yeah, because what you're doing is you're freezing it out, right? With your crystals, I've never, in all of the crystal training that I've done, and I've been working with crystals for many years, I've never ever been told, because if you think you put them in sunlight, moonlight, the freezer is the opposite. It is cold and it is dark. It's closing things down, not opening things up. So I've always been told to put somebody's name, or if there is something that you're struggling with, depression or whatever, you freeze it out of your life that way. You write it on a bit of paper. I don't understand why it has to be in blue pen, but I do what I'm told. And then after a month, you burn the piece of paper and then you bury it in the garden on a new moon, because it's a new cycle.
Oh
Hey,
my
Lorraine,
God, you have no idea. This is so helpful for Joyce and I.
Lorraine, I
This
live in Hong Kong. I live in Hong Kong in a high rise. I don't have a garden, but I have a pot of plant.
So burn it in your own house, Joyce, and then just go and bury it in the park somewhere. No one's going to see, right? It hasn't got to be 10 foot down or anything. But you want to do it under a new moon, because obviously a new moon is a new part. You're getting rid of the old, you're coming into a new moon with a new mindset, a new energy, a new belief.
I bought this calendar, and it tells me all the moon movement. I'm actually now charting lunar calendar behavior.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I use magnets on my water, and then North Pole or South Pole, depending on whether we're waxing or waning, new to full to new. So I do all of this, and I only drink magnetized water, depending on North or South Pole magnets, depending. And again, if you want me to go through all of this with you, May,
It would be interesting, right?
You know what?
Yes.
We would like you to do a training on this, definitely. We'll put it on the calendar. You are such a gem. My God. And this is so that for Giselle. Yeah,
I drink hydrogen water.
Yeah, so we have a water bottle coming out with Healy later,
really?
okay? It's on the pipeline. And just for Giselle, under the Blue app, there's actually an Alaskan Gem database, which is the database of all the crystals and mineral. You can do a scan to find the highest relevant and vibrate those amazing frequencies of the crystals that would be beneficial for your life.
That's what I want to.
Water. You can put. Yeah, go on.
Hey, May, Dr. Chan just did 2 trainings on the Alaska Gem, but all his document is in Chinese. I can't read. Do you have an English version?
No, I don't have the English. You know what? I think the English version is coming out, because I just saw the calendar. So let me just check with you can just check with Sharon. She just shared the schedule for March. It's all English. It's posted on the Hong Kong group. Can you actually text her and see if those trainings are in English? If they have that training in English, that means they have the slides are preparing in English. So I was gonna share that on the group after this meeting, because there's so many meetings every single day. I'm just trying to say one thing so don't confuse with people with so many posts on the chat, right?
Well, I totally believe in crystal, Lorraine.
Me too.
If you come and visit me in Hong Kong, right in front of my main door, there are 2 huge cellulites.
Oh, I've got sat behind me. Look at this. I've got amethyst. I've got white quartz. I've got pink quartz. I've got crystal all over my house. And if you want, May, I can go through what crystals belong in each room for different things, for prosperity.
Oh, that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. You know what? Because Lauren is traveling. You just let me know if you're available next Thursday or when.
I'm not traveling until the 25th, the end of the month.
Okay. So next week then, can you prepare something? Like,
yeah, you can join us. You can join us.
Okay. So next week you can talk about the crystal and then we'll do that. Okay.
What I do with them. Like, I'm sat here now. I've got crystals in my bra. I wear crystals every single day. Look.
What's that?
Because
is it obsidian?
They say pocket for men. You can put them in your pocket. But for women, if you put them in the bra, because they're close to your heart, so that's the heart chakra, but also then you don't lose them. But it's funny because I'll go shopping and I'll bring down to take my top off and my crystals are falling out on the floor and all sorts of things. But I wear crystals every day depending on what I'm looking. So if you are going through a period of depression in your life or anxiety, I've got a box upstairs. I've got 100 different crystals in it, and I work with people. So if somebody is struggling to find a new job, I will use crystals that are going to bring success and attract new adventures in. And that is one of the aspects when I'm counselling with people. I don't just counsel, I do tapping, I do the law of attractions, I do affirmations, I do crystals, I do energy medicine, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get people to retrain their subconscious mind into a new place of belief, right? Because our mind controls our body, and this is exactly the same. And that's why I love the energy, like the mind ones, because I'm like, if we can get this right, all of this falls into place anyway.
Agree.
So I just want to share a little bit with Giselle. Is like Lorraine is such a gift. It's such a gift. When we connected the first time, we were like this, like, and we didn't know each other. How did we connect? Is that we both joined a frequency group. Facebook, there's a gazillion Facebook out there. Just do a search. You join a group, and all it is, I made a post about offering a scan. Who wants a free scan? And Lorraine said, "Hey, me, give me a free scan." And I said, okay, let's do it. We scheduled time. We met on Zoom. I did her scan. She's excited. We didn't know each other. We became friends. Got her Healy. Voila! We are in a community now. We are in a joint mission. We are enriching each other's lives. We are sharing our knowledge. This is what this business is about: is network marketing, and then share whatever works in our life. So just go share, and it's not about perfection. It's about, just exchanging knowledge. It's about helping each other. That's it. Very simple. All right.
Now, Giselle, I wanted to ask you, you've got a friend who you are trying to help. If you don't mind me asking, what does your friend, what is their concern?
Diabetes and weight, mostly.
Diabetes and weight.
Okay.
Water retention.
Water retention. Because another thing that I use is essential oils. Whereabouts are you, Giselle? What country?
Canada.
She's in Canada.
Oh, brilliant. So that's where I used to live. 5 minutes from where May now lives, ironically. So there is a company called doTERRA. And it's an American-based company, but their oils are the only oils that are licensed and FDA approved. And as you know, being in North America, to try and get something FDA approved, it's not easy.
I know that company well.
Yeah.
Right.
I know it relatively well.
Okay, so if you can get hold of somebody, I would speak to them, because there's going to be a whole bunch of essential oils. I mean, for weight loss, I know Smart and Sassy is a really good one for weight loss. But if you know somebody that's connected, or you can actually just go to doterra.com and phone them up.
I'm a representative as well.
Okay, that's just perfect then. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it cheaper? I've always been curious about doTERRA. Is it cheaper than Young Living?
No. So doTERRA are the most expensive essential oils you can buy, because they are licensed, they are FDA approved, they have the highest concentration, and they are the most purest. Because I now ingest them, and they're the only ones licensed in the entire world that are good to be consumed.
But Young Living has a whole range of vitality oils that can be ingested.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
Let's just
but
do a
they won't be
separate
like,
discussion on essential oil.
Yeah.
We all
Yes,
love
please.
it. We all love
Yeah.
it. We can actually talk about that on the
oh,
next session.
I'm
I'm gonna
such
just stop
a,
recording
yeah,
right now, okay? Because this is getting a little long.
yeah,
Just one second.